The night was calm and eerie, as if a prelude to something sinister. I found myself in a peculiar state of consciousness, hovering between wakefulness and sleep. Little did I know that this would be the beginning of a harrowing journey into the depths of my own mind. As my eyelids grew heavy, I slipped into a lucid nightmare, a terrifying realm where my darkest fears would materialize. I found myself trapped in a desolate landscape, a distorted mirror image of the world I knew. The air was thick with malevolence, and the ground trembled beneath my feet. In the distance, I could see grotesque figures emerging from the shadows, their demonic forms contorted with malice. They lurched towards me, their eyes burning with an insatiable hunger. The stench of sulfur filled the air as their twisted limbs reached out, eager to tear me apart, piece by agonizing piece. Amidst the chaos, I caught a glimpse of a towering figure, the embodiment of pure evil. The devil himself stood before me, his presence suffocating and overwhelming. He wielded 10 weapons, each designed to break my spirit and shatter my sanity. The first weapon he unleashed upon me was his twisted tongue, the weapon of lies. His words slithered through the air, distorting reality and poisoning my mind. I struggled to discern truth from falsehood as doubt began to gnaw at the edges of my consciousness. Next came the weapon of temptation. The devil conjured illusions of pleasure and indulgence, taunting me with my deepest desires. He played upon my weaknesses, tempting me to abandon my principles and succumb to his wicked charms. As I resisted the allure of temptation, the devil turned to the third weapon in his arsenal, twisting scripture. He distorted sacred texts, perverting their meaning to sow confusion and lead me astray. The foundations of my faith trembled under the weight of his deceit. With my spirit shaken, the devil unleashed the weapon of doubt. He whispered insidious thoughts, casting shadows of uncertainty upon my every belief. I questioned my own worth, my purpose, and the very existence of goodness in a world consumed by darkness. As doubt consumed me, the devil moved on to his fifth weapon, accusation. He pointed a bony finger at my flaws, my mistakes, and my regrets. His words pierced like daggers, filling me with guilt and self-loathing. I felt stripped bare, exposed to the relentless onslaught of his condemnation. But the devil was not satisfied with tormenting my mind alone. He relished in the sixth weapon, pain. He conjured unimaginable tortures, inflicting physical and emotional agony upon me. Every nerve screamed in protest as I writhed in torment, my body a canvas for his sadistic desires. Just as I thought I could bear no more, the devil switched tactics, employing the weapon of pleasure. He offered fleeting moments of respite, whispering promises of relief from my suffering, but each pleasure was laced with darkness, leaving a bitter aftertaste of despair and emptiness. The devil's eighth weapon was unforgiveness. He forced me to confront the wounds of my past, reopening them with a cruel precision. He imprisoned me in a cycle of resentment and bitterness, ensuring that forgiveness remained forever out of reach. As isolation settled upon me like a suffocating fog, the devil revealed his next weapon, loneliness. He severed the ties that bound me to others, leaving me stranded in a desolate void. The absence of human connection weighed heavily upon my soul, exacerbating the torment inflicted by his previous weapons. And finally, the devil drew upon his ultimate weapon, fear. He unleashed a primal terror that consumed me from within. It clawed at my mind, seeping into every crevice of my being. Fear paralyzed me, rendering me helpless and vulnerable to the devil's whims. But in the darkest depths of this lucid nightmare, a flicker of hope emerged. Within the recesses of my own consciousness, I discovered a reservoir of strength. I resisted the devil's weapons with unwavering resolve, refusing to succumb to his malevolent influence. As I summoned the courage to confront the devil head-on, his weapons faltered. The demonic figures that had plagued me retreated, their power diminished by my defiance. With each step forward, I reclaimed my autonomy, freeing myself from the clutches of this nightmarish realm. And so, with the dawn's light, I awakened from my lucid nightmare, drenched in cold sweat and gasping for breath. The memories of the devil's weapons lingered, etched upon my psyche. But I emerged from the abyss with a newfound strength, knowing that I had faced the very embodiment of evil and survived. Have you had a lucid nightmare? Let us know your experiences in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, sleep well.